It's finally here, the first Captain Marvel trailer featuring hashtag Kree Larson, so let's break this baby down and see what we can find. The trailer begins with what appears to be an escape pod fleeing a giant explosion. This is likely Carol Danvers' pod, aka Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, since the next shot we have is of her crash landing into a blockbuster. Judging from the skyline and palm trees, we're likely in Southern California. And let's not forget Blockbuster itself, which suggests the film will take place in the 1990s. We also get a first glimpse of her costume, which surprisingly isn't the traditional red, yellow, and blue, rather green, silver, and gray. This likely has to do with her Kree-based origins and potentially a tie into the plot of Avengers 4. We do know, however, that she'll eventually don the traditional Captain Marvel costume. She stands in front of a large action sign as if foreshadowing the action that awaits her beyond those doors, as Nick Fury says, "War is a universal language." People give her weird looks in the subway, suggesting that this is shortly after her trip to Blockbuster, that she doesn't know where she is. And worst of all, she didn't pick up any movies for $9.99. Everyone is wearing 90s clothing, and this dude even has a Walkman. You can also see the stop for 7th Street Metro Center, which is a stop in the Los Angeles subway system. Nick Fury talks about her being a renegade soldier, hinting at a possible clash she had with her people on the Kree homeworld, or perhaps even on Earth. And it looks like he recruits her, taking her to a top-secret underground facility that is working on alien technology. Here you can see an early version of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo on Captain Marvel's hat. We then get quick glimpses of an alien spaceship descending over the California coast. Whoever Captain Marvel pissed off, they're coming for her, not to mention the image is accompanied by Nick Fury saying the words, "Space Invasion." Here you can see Nick Fury icing his head holding an alien weapon, suggesting he was the one who caught whatever is on that operating table. We get a few quick shots of what I believe to be two separate chases, a car chase featuring Nick Fury and Phil Coulson, and a foot pursuit where we see Captain Marvel use one of her powers, harnessing the energy of a white hole, allowing full control and manipulation of stellar energies. Nick was going to hand in his badge until he met her, and we see him take off his shades to reveal both eyes are intact. Marvel has also implemented their de-aging technology on Samuel L. Jackson, just like they did to Robert Downey Jr. in Captain America Civil War. We then get our first glimpse of a Kree ship descending on what could be their homeworld of Hala. Captain Marvel has flashes of memories hinting at her past in the United States Air Force. We even get a glimpse of what could be Monica Rambeau, a character who took the alias of Captain Marvel after the death of the character in the 1982 graphic novel. We see her crash on what seems to be Earth as a mysterious energy takes control of her. If you remember, Carol got her powers after the DNA fused with Mar-Vell's during an explosion, giving her superhuman powers. Could this be that explosion? She then looks to be imprisoned, her hands confined and brain continually zapped with electromagnetic power. I'm wondering if this is the ship she's on before the explosion we saw at the beginning of the trailer. We then see Captain Marvel looking badass with her fellow Kree soldiers before we see Mar-Vell, played here by Jude Law, not looking impressed. I'm wondering if she's been sent to stop him, especially since these set photos from Entertainment Weekly show him in cahoots with Ronan the Accuser, the villain from Guardians of the Galaxy. After a brief glimpse of a circus tent, we see Carol's transition from stunt driver, Air Force pilot, look, you can even make out the clouds in her visor's reflection, and then space pilot. She even holds up the peace sign, but what she's looking at we don't know. Then we see a Skrull, an extraterrestrial race of shapeshifters that have likely landed on Earth for nefarious purposes. This likely explains why she punches the old lady, although it would be hilarious if she wasn't a Skrull. We then get this shot of Ronan the Accuser overlooking Earth, which could be from the same ship we saw earlier, before we're treated to Agent Phil Coulson, Nick Fury's second in command. Let's all give a big shout out to the sweet new technology, beepers. Captain Marvel and her crew look as if they've just made their way from this underwater ship on a mission. You can see her costume here looks eerily similar to the comics. And now what might be the most important part of the trailer. The explosion here seems to transfer powers to Carol. It looks like she might have been trying to save whatever or whoever was in that pod. We then get this brief glimpse of, no, it's not Batman, Carol wearing a sick mask, holding on for dear life. One of the things trailers rarely do is reveal character, and this final montage of Child Carol, Recruit Carol, Air Force Carol, and finally Captain Marvel show us that this is someone who doesn't give up. She brushes herself off and tries again, even if it means getting hurt. So even though this trailer didn't give away much of the plot, nor showcase the main villain, I think it still says a lot of where this film is going and what kind of ride we'll be in for. I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff here, guys. I want you to leave your comments below and let me know what you think. I hope you'll stay tuned with me for more breakdowns and deep dives, and as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Until next time.